What's up, comic book fans? This is Mark, and this is another Comic Crazy review for the first week of August of 2010. I have only three, yes, small week for me at least, comic books to talk about in this video. I got two DC, one Marvel, so let's begin with a DC Secret 6 number 24. Wow. I have never been disappointed with this series. Never. It has been great ever since I started picking it up, which I believe was issue 19 or 17. It was the one that was focusing on Deadshot. He was on the cover. And ever since then, I've been picking up this series, and I have not been disappointed. I may have not put them on video reviewing it, but I have been reviewing it as much as I can, seeing how I pick it up. I pick it up in waves sometimes. But this is another one-shot, a what-if tale if the Secret Six were in Western times. And usually that spells disaster, but not for this comic book. This comic book knows how to be written, seeing that Gail Simone writes it. This little what-if tale, like I said, is based off of Western times, and I love seeing Deadshot as, like, you know, the bounty hunter riding into town, and Bane being a deputy Indian type person. I love it. They still have the feel of the actual characters, but in a different way. Deathstroke is in here, and that serves one big problem. I wanted to see more Deadshot versus Deathstroke, and we barely got this. This also felt kind of rushed. I know it's a one-shot, but it felt very quick. It was in and out, and I mean, basically they introduce the characters, they have this small problem, and then they throw the problem at them, and it's over. That's it. But it was still enjoyable, still worth your money. I gotta give this an 8 out of 10. Marvel Universe versus the Punisher, number 1 of 4. This is a 4-part miniseries out of the Marvel Universe, dealing with Frank Castle, aka the Punisher, going after infected heroes and villains. Now you're probably thinking, this is the Punisher versus Marvel Zombies. It's not that type of story. It's not zombies, it's more like 28 Days Later, but not zombies, more like cannibals. Psycho cannibals. So hey, I think this is pretty fucking awesome. I always love when the Punisher is out of the Marvel Universe. That's where you could really get to see him shine. And above all else, that's the only time I really like reading him. The Punisher doesn't work in the Marvel Universe, and he only works in these miniseries. And you could tell from this comic book itself, this was amazing. Now, it does lack in action, seeing that it's mostly how this became the way it is in the comic book. You know, more or less how the outbreak started, what happened after that, and it's all being narrated by Frank Castle. I love this. I think it's pretty great. I know a lot of people aren't going to buy this, but I'm telling you, you should. I have to give this an 8.5 out of 10. Very close to being the comic of the week. Something beat it out. That gives us the comic of the week, Brightest Day number 7. This is the second time it came out, and it's the comic of the week. I mean, it's been the comic of the week more times than that, but it's been on the up and up, and finally, all the people that have been bitching and complaining that this storyline has not been moving as fast as it should, they can't do it with this one. We finally find out why the 12 came back, and what their role is in the story of Brightest Day. And to me, that's worthy of being the comic of the week. The art in here is fantastic. It's a little choppy. It may not be for everybody for the Martian Manhunter part, but all in all, this is fantastic. I love the dialogue between Dove, Hawk, and Deadman in the beginning. Everybody's dialogue spot on. It makes you want to know more about the characters that are inside this story. This brings, no pun intended, new life into the actual comic book series, Brightest Day, and it makes me like it even more. This brings up the big question, should you read Brightest Day? And I've said, yes, you should, but if you have not picked up any other issues and you liked Blackest Night, this is the sequel. Right here, this issue. This tells you everything you wanted to know about the 12 that came back after Blackest Night. I have to give this a 9 out of 10. I would have given a little higher, but once again, we get just the answer that we need, and that's it. It makes you still want to know more. Just saying. 9 out of 10. Comic of the week. That's it, guys. Short week, short reviews, and what have you. You could see my run reviews as well as Boxing Type X's toy reviews, Blue Gotham's run reviews, and the Hex blog from Ben and Hex, and much, much more if you go to the website comiccrazyreviews.webs.com. Please go there. I would love you if you did. So until next time, peace out and keep reading those comics. Wah!